It's the Pioneer Agronomy Update from the Red River Farm Network. I'm Randy Conan, visiting with Marc Cartwright and Luke Forness here. We are in the Dorothy, Minnesota area, and a little bit of rain last night, so we're not out in the middle of the field. We're trying to save our shoes and our boots. But Luke, let's talk about this soybean field here. Things are coming up, and what are things looking like? How did this spring go?
Everything was late. Everything was way too wet. We got going on some old alfalfa ground and some sugar beet ground on, I think, May 16th was our earliest stuff we put in. Then we got rained out, got going again later in May. Then we got rained out again in the end of May, and most guys have pushed real hard this last week. And I would say we're probably around 95% planted. Some acres got switched around, some corn to beans, and some wheat ground got switched to beans and things like that. But all in all, what got in is looking okay. We got some wet spots here and there that got seeded around, but yeah, things are coming up nice now with the heat. So
this rain that we just had last night or this morning probably correct a few of the errors too, I think.
Yeah, there was definitely some spots that were made some ruts and mudded things in, and this will definitely help cure up some of those sins, right? And yeah, it was good to see. We had some residual type herbicides put on, so that'll help activate them and get them going in the corn ground. So that was kind of good to see a little bit of a rain. So yeah.
Let's talk to Mark here once too. We were talking about some of the weed control things that are going on. We're seeing weeds, a flush of weeds really coming. Although we'd probably got some of these weeds with the tillage ahead of planting here because we're so late. But we still got to think about weed control here.
Well, yeah, it's obviously that time of year, but I think weed control has kind of progressed quite a bit. It used to just be a 2 or 3 week activity. Now it's a season long. We've got a lot better technology with our pre-emerge herbicides, our residual lay-by herbicides. We're really now is the hot time for our post-emerges, and we think we've got some great options with technology in our corn and soybeans that are coming down the road and available today to help keep farmers ahead of the weeds, the ever-changing population of weeds that are out there.
Well, that's the thing. We need to know what's out there. Like in a field like this, we've got all different kinds of weeds here.
Oh yeah, we've got from common ragweed and water hemp are obviously the two biggest weed species that are really troublesome for area farmers in this geography. As you go to the west, kochia becomes a lot more prevalent. Mare's tail becomes a lot more prevalent. Other pigweed species, common lamb's quarters, is still quite prevalent around. So a vast diversity, and and the industry keeps on bringing new tools out to help keep us ahead of them, and we need those tools.
If somebody wants to find out more and needs to have some help out in the fields, are we available to do that?
Oh yeah, our Pioneer sales staff team is very well trained, keeping growers informed and educated on their options out there for herbicides and pest control. So definitely a lot of our sales reps have moved into more of a scouting service and more of an agronomy, full service agronomy type service. So definitely stay in touch with your Pioneer agronomists and your Pioneer sales reps throughout.
Mark, if we need to know more about some late season cropping options, what options do we have?
Yeah, obviously we're mid-June now, so the options are kind of limited, but I think the best options are we got late seeded sunflowers. We can have a lot of success with late seeded canola. To me, those are probably the two best options. We can still go in there with some soybeans. We've got some 006, 007, 009 maturities available within Pioneer. And last but not least, if you got livestock in the operation or you got a neighbor with some livestock, they're always looking for forage. Pioneer's had a lot of success with 877F. It's a sorghum sedan grass. Let that grow about 3-4 feet tall and swath her down and bale it, or you can ensile it. Very, very good. It's clean seed, no weeds in it or anything. It's one thing you got to be a little careful with. Bringing in cover crop seed is you don't want to introduce new weed species and new weed populations and things like that. So making sure you have certified seed for even those cover crops or forages is very important.
Good. We're here on the Pioneer Agronomy Update from the Red River Farm Network. I'm Randy Conan along with Marc Cartwright with Pioneer.